Welcome to the Reinvent Your Life podcast, the show that talks about why we do what we do and how we can do it better.
Welcome to the Reinvent Your Life podcast. My name is Chaz Molesky, and today we are going to talk about how to get purpose out of life, even if you feel like you have none. Look, as people, as human beings, we need purpose. We need a sense of belonging in this life. That's why we've formed tribes over the years. That's why we stick to our groups. That's why we have our friends and our family that we keep close. We feel like we serve a purpose in these roles. And as society has, especially over the past 2 years, as society's kind of pulled away from each other and more isolation has happened, a lot of people have lost their sense of purpose. And this has led into tons of self-confidence issues. I know many of my clients that I've worked with, they're experiencing tons of self-doubt, confidence issues, social anxiety. And it's a result of not being around people for 2 years or however long we've been under this pandemic. But beyond that, it's also happened that all of our communication styles are via the internet, or it's over social media, or it's over a text, or it's in a messenger app. Rarely is it face-to-face. And if it is face-to-face, it's through Zoom, where we can cut off the camera real quick, right? So we're just isolated. We're alone. And when this happens and all we're focusing on is ourselves, if we stay behind, we stay locked in our houses, we're focusing on ourselves, we will have no sense of purpose in life. And this is where most people run into some problems, is they stay in this place for way too long. So if this is you, if you feel like you are somebody who has no meaning to be here, you have no purpose in your life, you are going to learn today that you absolutely do. And you can make purpose out of whatever you're experiencing by focusing on 3 things, okay? And that's what we're going to talk about. So, if you want purpose in your life, you should strive to make yourself wise, kind, and capable. You need to become a wise, kind, and capable person for many reasons, but if you have those 3 characteristics, you will automatically stand out in society. So let's start with wise. Why should you be a wise individual? The more wisdom that you have, the more you'll be relied on in times of conflict or in times of trouble or in times of just needing someone to reach out to. You will be somebody that is automatically trusted for your wisdom of a situation or of an encounter that somebody might be going through. Now, this is different than intelligence. You might be a very, very, very intelligent person, but you're not wise. You have no wisdom. It's a combination, okay, of book smarts and street smarts. That is wisdom. So not only have you read up on things and have learned things in books or on YouTube or anything like that, but you have also had the experience to back it up. And when you have that, you have a level of wisdom that supersedes all else. Because not only do you know it by the book, you also know it by the street. You know it by how things happen. So you can fully relate to somebody who's going through that situation, and you have a sense of wisdom that they need to get through whatever it is they're going through. And the more wise that you are, the more calm and patient and reliable you can be in stressful situations. When we're just flying off at the handle, when we don't have the answers, we don't have wisdom on a specific situation, we freak out, right? We get so in our heads about what's going on because we have no certainty. But when you are wise, when you have real world wisdom, you're able to stay calm. And that's how people rely on you in these times. And if you're going to be a leader at all in this life, and you should strive to be, right? You should strive to give back. It's what gives us meaning. So you should strive to give back to everybody. But in order to give back, you need to work on yourself first. So you have to become wise. Possess a sense of wisdom. Number 2, be kind. This does not mean be a super, super nice person that gets pushed over all the time. All right? You don't want to be a pushover. Being kind is completely different. Kind is seeing someone struggling to get their groceries into their car. So you walk over and you offer to help them. That is being kind. Being nice all the time is going to get you dismissed in this life. As harsh as that sounds, if all you are is nice, you will just get walked on. It's how things happen. So absolutely strive to be a kind individual because that will give you meaning. If you're living life through the lens of kindness, you will always look for opportunities of kindness. Similar to if you're looking through the lens of anger at all times, you will look for anger. So check yourself here and really ask, what am I looking at life like? How am I viewing life? And if you start viewing it through a lens of kindness, not only will you get some fulfillment of being kind, you will also get kindness in return because you'll be actively looking for it. So you should strive to be kind. So now we're wise, we're kind, and then finally, become capable. Become a capable person. And what this means is develop skills. Develop real-world applicable skills that you can transfer on to help other people in need, to solve problems on your own. This can be as simple as learning how to change light bulbs, and it could be as complicated as how to build a house from the foundation, right? It doesn't matter what it is. And it doesn't have to be construction related. It can be any form of skill that makes you more capable of a human being to challenge adversity when it comes up. Nobody values somebody, and us especially, we don't value ourselves when we can't rely on us. So nobody will value you as a high quality person if they can't rely on you, if they can't trust you. And you can't trust yourself if you know that you're not a high quality person, if you're not a reliable person, if you're not a capable person. So the more capable you can become with challenging adversity when it comes and then overcoming that adversity, the more trust and self-confidence you're going to have in yourself. And this is going to lead to more meaning out of life because you can now apply these skills to whatever you want, right? As long as they're applicable to that application, go for it. You now have the skill. You are capable to complete an assignment, to complete a project, to start a new career path, whatever it is, right? You have these capable skills that you can now transfer. And the more of these skills that you develop, the more opportunities that you have, the more possibilities for passions to unlock. Okay, so when you become more capable, the world opens up in a much different way. So if you are wise and you are kind and you are capable, you will be looked at on a higher standard. People will view you, they will see your life, and they will admire you, or they will question you because they won't understand it, because you will be a different person. When you have more wisdom, you're viewing the world through kind eyes, not weak eyes, not nice eyes, but kind eyes. And you've become a more capable person that can step up in times of stress and figure out a solution when all you're hearing is problems. If you can become this person, everybody starts to notice. And subconsciously, they start to respect you more. Subconsciously, you start to respect you more. And you start seeing your life in a completely different light. You have new meaning. And this is how you can make purpose out of a purposeless life. Focus on these three features. Become wise, become kind, become capable. And understand that there is no end date on these. You can always be more wise. You can always be kinder. And you can always become more capable. It's just a matter of how you want to spend the time learning these traits, executing on them, and building your life around what you have learned. But if you do this, you will find purpose. You will find meaning in this life. So I challenge you to try this. And as always, if you know anybody who can benefit from these words, and I'm sure you do because I know that I do, if you can find anybody, please pass this on to them. Help me help as many people as possible. Help me spread the word about the podcast. If you haven't left a review, please do that too. It really helps me out. And it gets this into the ears of more people. So as always, if you have any further questions or you want to talk privately, send me an email, chaz@riseabovelifecoaching.com. I respond to everybody. And until next time, take this information, apply it to your life, and go reinvent your life. Talk to you later.
Thanks for listening to the Reinvent Your Life podcast. Now go out and apply what you just heard to start your reinvention. Please subscribe, rate, and share this podcast with those that need it most.